I'm back on the channel. What is good, everyone? The heelest of ballers is here. Let's get into it. Let's get off with the Great American Bash in Atlanta, Georgia. Whoa. Cody territory, obviously. I wonder if Cody's going to show up. That'd be interesting, but okay. Let's get into it. Let's talk about it. We have, first of all, the NXT Women's North American Championship. Soruka will defend her title against Izzy Dame. All right, interesting. Izzy Dame has been doing very well for herself, and she's in the Calling, which is a very interesting stable. I'm not gonna lie, it's okay, it's something. And Tenon Paxley joins, so there's that. But without any further ado, outside of that, Soruka has held the championship pretty good since NXT Takeover. I wish they're still called takeovers. I still call them takeovers, okay? Since NXT Stand and Deliver back in April, she defended it at Battleground against Kalani Jordan in a rematch from last year's Heatwave, which, crazy enough, was 1 year ago, a few days ago, which is insane to think about. That's insane. But yeah, here we are once again. She's defending her championship, and she's gonna retain. I don't think she's losing it here just yet. No, I like Izzy Dame. I think she's really improved, in my opinion. Has she improved fully? No, but she's improved, at least in my opinion, to a T. Soul's holding the championship a bit longer. For all we know, she's breaking the record of Kalani Jordan, which I'm completely fine with because they're both my girls and they're both my faves. And I really want round 3 between the two. We need another match. We need the rubber match. Please, can we do it one more time? We need the rubber match between those two. But as you can see, I'm getting off track. You have the whole thing with Zarya and Zaruka, which I came up with, by the way. I came up with that name for anybody else. So, WWE, where the heck are my royalties with Zaruka? They're a little tag team, and they're actually teaming up at Evolution for the Women's Tag Team Championships. It'd be amazing if they actually won. That'd be great and awesome. But Soul's pulling double duty, defending her title on one night. She's going to be in a title match another night, so let's go. That's going to be cool. Throwing Zarya might be in the Battle Royal, too, so that could be something on Evolution. But as you can tell, I'm trying to stall time a little bit because Soruka's not losing. She's not losing a title just yet. She's holding to a little bit longer. Like I said, she might break the record of Kalani Jordan. So, and I could see, the only reason I could see her losing is Zarya turns on her, which would be, don't do that. That's going to happen. It's going to break my heart, and I'm not ready for that. But, yeah, she's not losing it just yet. Soruka is retaining her championship against Izzy Dame, and that'll be about it with that. Up next, we have Jasper Troy versus Javon Evans, that bouncy dude, Javon Evans. This Raw has been spamming for at least a few weeks. Basically been attacking each other back and forth. 2 challengers for the NXT Championship down the road in the future, specifically with these two. And they've been having a little rivalry and stuff like that back and forth. Straightforward shtick right there. Who's going to win? It can go either way. I'm going to go with, since I guess his big debut, I give it to Jasper Troy, I guess. I think Javon will put up a big fight. But I give it to Jasper Troy in this one, and I think he will pick up the win. I think Javon will be completely fine. Like I said, it could sway either way. But I say give it to the newbie, I guess. So specifically, like, if, when Open Femme retains his championship, you got one of these two, next up as challenger. So either one who wins, I expect them to go up to challenge the NXT champion. But I'm going to go with Jasper Troy to get the win and, take down Javon Evans. Up next for the NXT North American Championship on the line is we got All Ego, Ethan Page, and Ricky Saints once again, this time in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Good gosh, this Robert's been spamming on for a good while, and honestly, it's been very fun. When Ethan Page steps it up, man, and he has been stepping it up since he got here, in my opinion, he knows how to do it, man. He's really been killing it. When he smiles, you better run the hell away because this dude's insane. But all seriously, he's been doing very well as champion. Ricky Saints, I'm very surprised they did the title of him this soon. Honestly, I was thinking, okay, he's got a few good months as champ, and then he'd lose it. But no, he lost it, I believe, a month later after winning it. So that's pretty shocking to Ethan Page, and they've been having a rub ever since. There was a whole throat injury and stuff like that with NXT when Ethan Page won the NXT championship. And they've been going to Ava's office every now and then, getting in her business. It's just been so weird that this rivalry, not in a bad way, just in a good way. I've been enjoying every now and then on NXT television, of course. You had the whole thing where Ricky Saints, whatever you want to call him, had to run the gauntlet and some of that against some Evolved dudes and stuff like that. And he ran the gauntlet, and here we are. Now he chose Stipulation Falls Count Anywhere. And this could go either way, to be honest with you. I might say with a few of these matches, honestly. I'm gonna go with Ethan Page to retain. I don't know. Maybe retain, but okay, I'm gonna say Ethan Page will lose the NXT North American Championship. I think he's gonna lose here. I think that'll be his swan song, and he'll be called up. I think Ricky's gonna get it back, and because I'm very torn. This could go either way, honestly, but my mind's telling me that Ricky's gonna get it back, have another run with it, then lose it probably maybe in September or October, and then get called up. They just want to give Ethan Page a little bit of a token run, a little bit with the championships. He hasn't had one since the NXT Championship last year. And kind of make up for the NXT Championship match, the NXT title reign that he had. And, give it to him for a bit, and here we are. So, I'm going to go with Ricky Starks to win the NXT North American Championship and take it back. So, there's my opinions on that one. Up next, we have Jordan Grace and Blake Monroe and Mariah May up against Fatal Influences, Jacy Jayne and Fallon Henley. I guess Jasmine Nix is not really doing anything in this stable because she doesn't really do anything. She's just inside playing cheerleader, which is kind of funny. As we all know, Blake Monroe, Mariah May, whatever you want to call her, made her debut in June, stuff like that. I literally lost my mind. Like, I was in the car, and I was watching on my phone. I had my buddy here with me. On standby, I'm losing my mind, stuff like that. And, I'm very happy for her. All I wanted was basically her back on television. Like, of course, she left All In Wrestling after the whole thing with the Hollywood ending with Toni Storm and all that. Now she's in NXT, and she's after the NXT Women's Championship. And, she's in the crosshairs of Fatal Influence and all that stuff. Now she found a buddy in Jordan Grace, who she's calling Muscle Muffin, which is kind of funny. It's kind of weird, but funny. They got a little dynamic going on. They went to the spa, which was freaking weird and hilarious and weird. But honestly, in all seriousness, it's been very cool to see Mariah, Blake Monroe, in WWE. It's pretty cool. It was her dream. It's pretty great for her. Very happy for her. So there's that. Jordan Grace, of course, will be challenged the NXT Women's Champ at Evolution the night after. So this will have implications on who's going to walk out as champ probably the next day. I'm going to go with Blake Monroe and Jordan Grace to win because, well, it's Mariah's debut in WWE, like wrestling-wise on TV. So might as well give her that. And that'll have implications tonight afterwards with the NXT Women's Championship, which I could see some wild stuff happening. And plus, come on, let's be honest. I mean, if Jordan does win the title, and which you can go watch my prediction video on Evolution like that to check that out. There's definitely some implications with her and Blake Monroe with the NXT Women's Championship. And so there's that. I'm going to go with Jordan Grace and Mariah May, Blake Monroe to win their match, and that'll be it with that. Obviously, I think, probably Fallon's taking the pin. I don't freaking know, but someone's taking the pin in this match, obviously, but I got to go with the faces to get the win on this one. And in the main event, we have Yoshiki, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, I'm just calling Inamura, up against Obafemi for the NXT Championship. This is straightforward, honestly. Obafemi is retaining the NXT Championship. No ifs, ands, or buts that Inamura is going to win the title. Inamura challenged Jasper Troy a few weeks ago in number contendership, and he won. Of course, Inamura won and beat Jasper Troy, and like I said, Inamura is not winning the title. This is just kind of a stepping stone for Obafemi. His range is kind of there right now. I guess they're just waiting in the wings for somebody to come along and take it from him. But there's that with that one. Oba's retaining his championship, and I do expect Jasper Troy or maybe Javon or both to confront him afterwards and now set up Oba's next challenger for the NXT Championship, and that really much should be it with that one. But yeah, Oba's retaining his title. And there's your predictions for NXT Great American Bash, which will be going up against AEW's All In. I'll be watching both shows. I'm very excited. I can't wait for both shows. And of course, Evolution's the day after. Like I said, so much wrestling is this weekend. It's insane. But should be fun. Should be great. And I'm still on vacation until Sunday. So yeah, it's been wild, but I've been enjoying it so far. And it's been good down here. Hope you guys enjoy your day. Stay hydrated out there. Stay awesome out there. I will see you all on the next one when I talk AEW All In Texas. See you on the next one. Too sweet the like button down below. Subscribe to videos like this one. Follow at Twitter, Hugh Balor. Instagram, Hugh Balor YT. And I'll see you all on the next one. Too sweet and peace out.